welcome to episode 15 of This Boy podcast. You can find me on Instagram as David Rakes or This Boy. You can find me on Ravelry as This Boy Knits, all one word. And you can find my podcasts and tutorials here on YouTube. I haven't recorded in the last couple of weeks. As most of you know, I was unwell and I've just taken a couple of weeks off from YouTube and from the shop to just recover, just chill out, and to kind of not reorganise the shop, but just restructure the way I do it. So I've taken the time to dye up some new colourways on new bases, which we'll talk about, acquisitions, and a little bit of knitting that I've done. So yeah, episode 15. I'm a little bit behind. I don't have any show notes today, so we're just going to wing it. I have purchased a brand new webcam. It's HD, dual microphone and all this stuff, so hopefully it's an improvement. There's a bit of an improvement on light levels, hopefully. It has an autofocus without any little tick clicking like my other camera. So it was expensive, and let's hope it's worth it. I hope you guys get a better experience with it. It's down here, but the monitor's up there, so if I'm looking away, I'm just checking that everything's okay. I haven't really done a lot of knitting. I concentrated on one project, which was my socks. So some of you might remember the colourway is Suits Are Not For Everyone. It's dyed by the wonderfully talented, Christina from the Dye Another Day podcast. They're slightly off with the striping, but I don't care. It's just the way I started it, and I eventually got the heels done, and it's now just a case of working the cuff another few inches, and they're done. And these are my selfish socks. They're all for me. I can't wait to get them on. The shawls haven't made a lot of progress. They've just been kind of laid to the side. The more eagle eyes of you may notice, I have had the room redecorated. And I think that's contributing to a good light level. It's much lighter. I've gone grey on the back wall, and the other walls are a nice cream. So we'll start with acquisitions, and I'll talk a bit about the podcast and what I'm wanting to do. So acquisitions. First off, you can see I bought a new sewing machine. It's the Janome 5030. The features I wanted from a new sewing machine are a start-stop button, so that I don't have to use the foot pedal. A variable speed, so I can sit and whiz through or take my time, like I was doing on a piping project. It has lots of stitches, variable length, and I love it. A hint of lime green, which you can see down here, and I'll show you down here on other acquisitions. I've been kitting out the bedroom into a little office come studio come kind of organisation centre, and I've decided, ever since it's all Chartreuse's fault, the green wool I dye, I've discovered a love for this lime green, so I've put hints of it in, so you can see a little bit there, which was just meant to be. They didn't have the ones I went to look at in stock, and then I spotted this one. I'd actually seen it on the John Lewis website and liked it, so yeah, I'm overly happy. A new cube system and a small cube system. I've been sewing a fair bit. I have made my very first cushion. So I found a kind of fabric shop in Dundee that specialises in upholstery fabric. So I made this. It has piping all the way around, and it has a zipped enclosure at the bottom. The fabric was reversible, so I've done that. And yeah, I'm very happy. So these are for the living room because there's a blue sofa and then everything else is cream. So I figured, yeah, go for it. The lining's really good. It's a down one from IKEA, and they're only £4.50 each for pillow forms. So I got 4 of them. And for the bedroom, I've decided I want to put some throw pillows on the bed. And I've ordered a cream fabric with grey zigzag chevron pattern, and I've got lime green piping. Well, not quite lime green, but a green piping that I've made. It's a very frayed fabric, but it'll do the job. So it'll be that. The fabric hasn't arrived yet. It has been dispatched, but I ordered it from the US. So it'll take a little while to get here. Excuse, I'm having a really bad hair day today. Overdue haircut, but since I've been off work unwell, I don't really want to go and treat myself to a haircut. And the good news is I'm back to work tomorrow. It's my first day back, and I'm so looking forward to getting back to it and to getting back to some semblance of normalcy. What's wrong? Come here then. What are you crying for? You always do this when I'm podcasting, don't you? Because I'm not speaking to you. That's just Max. Yeah, so previously I'd asked what people would like to see in the podcast, and they've asked about local yarn stores, so without going into details, that it's not happening just now. But what I will do is take on board is what someone else asked for, which was yarn reviews. So I've done what you've asked. So I went down to one of my yarn shops and I purchased this. So it's Cozy Toes sock wool for hardware and comfort, warmth and style. The manufacturer is Teddy. 75% superwash wool, 25% nylon, shade 936, Dialot 920. So it's Cozy Toes. It's supposed to be self-striping, so we'll see. I think it is, but it's just shades of pinks and purples. So this will become socks for someone. So Teddy, I've not really heard of them before. I've seen them in the shops. It was about £5 for a ball. There is 380 metres or 100 grams. Yeah, it's very soft. The colours are nice and it'll make probably a nice pair of socks for someone. So what I shall do is in the next episode have some of this knit up and I can review the colourway, I'll review the texture, the thickness, I'll review it all over. The next one, I got this in John Lewis, so this is a Berger de France Gumi 50. There we go, get my face out of the way. It's a 3-ply, 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide. Made in France. Come here then. Come and see me. Come here. Come and say hello. Big crumbs. Someone's needing a haircut. Just like me. No, you're not getting my cup of tea. You're going to say hello. Say hi. Am I getting a quizzy? Oh, get your quizzies. Oh, quizzy. There you go. Where did I put that? Oh, I'm sitting on it. Yeah, so Berger de France, self-striping. It's got some cool little, it's kind of a mid-tone grey is the lightest colour, with dark greys and flecks of blue and some blue strands. So we'll see how that knits up. If it focuses. So yeah, you can see the little pops of blue in there. My sister lives in a little village called Cooper Angus. Anyone from Scotland will probably have heard of it. It's not famous. Well, yeah, it's not a really well-known town. There's not much there. She's on holiday, so I popped up to feed the rabbits and to look in on them and thought I'll have a little wander around the town centre. Didn't take long. And I spotted a little community shop, I think it was called. And they had some fresh vegetables for sale, some fruit. So I was having a look and I was told I could take Max in because he was with me and there was not really any place to leash him up outside. Went in and lo and behold, they had wool. So I was looking at it and it's all hand spun and hand dyed using vegetables, and there are some acid dye collection in there as well by someone who lives in in Cooper Angus. So this is one of the ones I bought. So this is the tag, Woolly Things by Maggie Langolan. I'm just going to hide the address, even though it's on the card. I just don't want to give out someone's address. I'm still trying to learn how to use this. Oh, there we go. That's the card, and then this is the wool. It's hand-spun Perndale logwood. She did tell me, I'm not sure, I don't think logwood is the actual botanical dye, but my god, it's gorgeous. It's not the softest of wool, it's definitely, you can tell it's 100% wool. But yeah, it's lovely colours. I have no idea what to do with it. I'm just trying to get a true representation of the colour. It's just a very deep aubergine purple. It's quite tonal. So yeah, don't think I'll make a shawl. Nothing. I'm not mad on scratchy wool around my neck. It would drive me mad. But I'll think of something, or it can be a gift knitted up for someone who doesn't mind scratchiness. And then I spotted this one. Again, woolly things. So it's hand spun, merino silk and cashmere. £13.20 for 66 grams. So it's quite thick. So and it's so soft. I don't know if it would be a crime to make a pair of fingerless mitts from it just because of the material, but this would make gorgeous. There's a favourite pattern I use, and of course I can't remember the name of it just now. It's just a long fingerless mitt and it has a nice thick cable running up it. I've made a few pairs for people and a pair for myself, but I think this would make a gorgeous pair. Again, tell me what you think. So that's mostly it for my acquisitions. I'm just going to give you a quick look at what I've done here for my little office setup. Now, excuse if it's wobbly. Oh, that's not helpful. Okay, so I have a little cube system set up here. This is my little sewing centre. There's the sewing machine, a nice close-up of it. And then I have a little two-way cube system that has a set of drawers. I only finished building it this morning, but this will be where all of the invoices and receipts and things are kept for my Etsy shop. And then the room has been painted. There's still a couple of patches that I need to... There's a few lumps. Oh, it's gone dark. Oh no, it's just the computer. Excuse the bulb that's out. So yeah, I've been decorating, well I've not, but the decorating's been getting done. So I'll just pop you back on here. I'm trying to remember how it was set up. That'll do, it's not quite right, but it's fine. So the shop's been quiet, I haven't updated it, but I have been creating some stock. So I've dyed some new colourways, I got some new bases, and I have bought fabric that I'm making into bags. So we'll start with the bags, and this is one that I think is it's very cute and I think will be quite popular. So it's a fabric that's got the knitting, a Fair Isle pattern over it. Zip. Fully lined. Handle. The only thing this particular one is missing is a label, but I was thinking about trying to attach it in one of the seam allowances, so it'll just be a little "This Boy" tag sticking off here, and that's easy enough done. Box bottom. This is the foreskin version. The other fabric, which I've shown you before, if you bear with me, is the camper van one, which I'm pairing with Spotty Dotty. So this will be, we're all going on a summer holiday bags, and these will be up on the shop within the next week or so. There's not going to be a shop update as such today, just I'm showing you what's going on. The wool can probably go on at any time. So I'm excited to say that I ordered a silk base. Now I know there's kind of controversy out there about using silk, well it's 50% merino, 50% silk, about using them for socks because they're a bit stretchy, but you can do what you want with them. So I have dyed this colour. So I'm calling it pewter. and it's just gorgeous grey, tonal grey, and it's one of my favourite ways to dye. It's kind of dunk dyeing, and then you just keep adding darker and darker, and then it uses it up, and then you've got lighter patches, and it's so soft. Yarn Mustache. It's gorgeous. Yeah, so that's Pewter, and then I've dyed this one, and I am loving this one. The idea is that it's when it's reskeined, the darker pink would be at one end. So you see it like that. So again, it's silk base 50-50, and it's just the most delicate pink. I'm not a pink fan, but this is beautiful. So there's creams running through there. So it's basically one dark end, but quite short, leading up to almost cream. And it is gorgeous. So that's the two colourways on the silk base that I've done. And then Dave decided he wanted to dye. So Dave is my other half. I've been with him 16 years, long time. And he's helped me out a lot with the This Boy business. Hang on. This was another acquisition, and I thought this would look quite nice sitting in the background on the podcast. So Dave decided he had a concept in his mind, so he wanted to do like a Starry Starry Night. So it's all really a colourway I'd come up with Starry Starry Night based on Vincent's song by Don McLean. So he wanted to show off the blues, and my God, does it show off the blues. So it's sort of like an over dye of a sapphire blue and then grey patches mixed in. So we did a resistance dyeing where you soak the skein and then you twist it up like this, and then you dye it in the one colour. So this was dyed in the sapphire. Let it absorb, the dye exhausted, take it out. We did it again to make it even darker and more intense. Dye exhausted, take it out, rinse it, retwist another way for a skein so that you're revealing the light patches, and then dunk it in the grey. Take it out, once the dye is exhausted, take it out, add more grey, do it that way. And then we tied it in knots in various places and slip knots, and then dyed it again. And it's gorgeous. I'm so pleased with it. And I think it was what he had in mind. But yeah, it's not quite turned out as Starry Night, but I'm calling it the calm before. So it's the calm before the storm. You know what I'm like for strange names. I like them. So yeah, he was quite pleased with that, and I was quite excited to be able to teach him what happens when you add the dye and how it exhausts and different things like that. And that's it for what I've been doing. Other than sewing, I've shown you the cushion cover. I have more fabric on the way. Oh, sorry. My Twitter account. I'll turn that on silent. So yeah, I want to kind of progress with the podcast, and I want to be able to kind of take on board what you guys want to see. And by doing that, I'm providing what I find fun and relaxing in a podcast and giving you guys something you want to see. So now I've got this webcam and it's completely portable, as long as it's connected. I can now solely record tutorials. So I'm going to do a dyeing tutorial with the resistance method, and I'm going to do a tutorial for how to make the cushions that I made, because they're quite fun and I've still got a few to make, and I'm going to do a tutorial on the long awaited tutorial on how to do the little origami bags. I thought this was going to take a lot longer to do than 20 minutes we're at currently, give or take. I'm thinking of doing mini skeins, so taking 100 grams skein and dividing it up into 10 grams, and maybe doing like a selection pack of my most popular colourways, like Bronze Goddess, for example, the Oncoming Storm, Fractured Prism, that would be tealing, and just doing like a pack of 10, and it would be the same price. as a single skein because it's still 100 grams. And getting in other bases. So I've loved getting in the silk because it's so soft. It's so gorgeous. And I could just wear it like this. I'll just do what Amanda from Die Another Day does and just wear it as a cowl. It is just that soft. And it's so comforting around the neck. Actually, do you know what? These might go well together, the pink and the grey. It does actually. They complement one another quite well. There we go. I'll take these off. Yeah, I'm also thinking about doing the shawl pack and the cowl pack and things like that with the wool. So let me know if it's something you guys would be interested in, or if you would rather just buy them individually. I don't want to do something that's not going to sell, and it's mostly you guys that are buying the products. So feedback would be great. You guys have always been really good at giving stuff. Sorry, bear with me. Oh, it's so beautiful. Yeah, so I don't think there's much else to talk about. Just my usual pod love. Hello, Eva. Hopefully we'll catch up soon. I hope your move's going well today, the 1st of August, you're moving in. I've started making a little, not care package, but a little gift package for Eva for the new house. So I'll be working on that, and the next time I see her, hopefully I will have a couple of little things to give her and Josh. Probably more for Eva. But we'll say it's for both of them. Keep them included. There's been a lot of interest in the getaway, so as soon as I can get like a set number, give or take, then I'll look into the premises that are available. I think it would be best to just have like a knit and natter. I'm happy enough to host a little dyeing tutorial, but it's not compulsory. So yeah, I think just having a good get together and knitting and sharing techniques and having a really nice time is more important than who's going to be teaching what. So since I'm organising it, I'm happy enough to do the dyeing tutorial. If anyone else wants to offer advice and say, oh well, do you know what, I know how to do brioche, feel free, but it's not compulsory. Timing might be an issue, because I was saying I wanted to do it October time, but yeah, it is getting close to Christmas. So maybe spring next year, and that gives us plenty of time to come up with venues and options and maybe get someone who wants to teach stuff. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be amazing. So I think I'll sign off. I've got a couple of little mini episodes I'm going to put up. I've got one based on Dundee. I just thought I'd let people know a little bit of history about Dundee and why I choose to remain here. I was out at the dentist the other day, and I've seen this. There's a big wall, and it's got graffiti on it. And I don't hate graffiti, but it's not my favourite thing. But when I stopped to actually look at it, there were some really nice pieces in there. So I'll add them into an upcoming episode and get that out there. July's giveaway. Better do that. So I've not been on Ravelry at all until just before the podcast, and there are 18 people willing to pay for postage. I'm just going to have a quick look at the last episode, which was episode 14, because I know that other people wanted to enter, but aren't on Etsy. Just having a quick look. Okay, so there's one button mouse. I'll just double check. 2. Okay, so there's an extra 2, so that takes it up to 20. So I'm going on to randomnumber.org. Let's see if we can get this to focus. There we go. Focused-ish. So between 1 and 20, generate the number, that's number 7. So bear in mind I am also on the list because I've commented 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Final Herald Mage. Yeah, congratulations. I'll double check on the last podcast, but I'm pretty sure it was you can pick from any of the bases except the silk, because it's just in and I need to get that on the shop. But any of the other bases, any colourway, or if you want one dyed. So she's from Omaha. I'm saying she. I don't know. This person is from Omaha. So congratulations, Final Herald Mage. Well done. If you want to contact me on Ravelry, I was going to say Etsy, on Ravelry, and we'll sort something out. So yeah, I believe that's it this time. Look out for a couple of short episodes for What's Special in Dundee, and look out for upcoming tutorials. So as usual, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I shall upload a short video with the next competition. Okay, so thanks everyone. Love to you all, and see you soon. Bye.